What's up everybody, it's Brad here, and I'm coming at you with a completely different video today. Today I am focusing on not a gun part or build, but on this wall right behind me. Now, if you've watched any of my videos in the past, you'll notice that I always start and end my videos right here in front of my reloading bench. And behind my reloading bench, I just have a barren garage wall with a beautiful American flag and a couple of Brownells flags to kind of decorate the space behind my reloading bench. And it's not much to look at, I know, and I think Hold Up Displays noticed that as well, and they reached out to me and offered a complete makeover for this wall. If you're unfamiliar with Hold Up Displays, they are a company that specializes in displays for your firearms and firearms accessories. They can transform your man cave, woman cave, gun room, whatever you want to call it, into something that you would see in, let's say, like a John Wick movie. Now, these displays are amazing and beautiful. I'm very fortunate that they sent me one. So this wall is about to be transformed before your eyes. So stand by. I'm going to strip this wall down. I'm going to paint it and get it prepped for the hold-up displays. I will show you the process of mounting the hold-up displays, and then we'll get some of my guns and accessories and cool stuff mounted to the wall and show you the final product. Let's get it done. Well, I have this wall all prepped for paint, and so I'm gonna get to it. First thing I'm going to do is paint my air compressor lines, my PVC pipes up here with some black spray paint, and then I'm going to coat this wall with hopefully one coat of black paint, and that will make it a really cool backdrop for my hold-up display. Let's get it done. So now that the wall is all done, I have the rails here from Hold Up Display. This is how they come in a nice box. They're all powder coated, a nice black. And then I got a bunch of other accessories to help hold the guns onto the wall. So here's the mounting hardware. It all comes really well packaged. So now I'm going to start taking all this stuff out and getting it installed on the wall. So basically what the instructions call for is you get this positioned where you want it and you level it, you draw a line, and then you find the studs. What I found though is that I originally had already leveled my workbench, and I want these rails to start about one higher than the base. So what I did is I set the rail section on the workbench, made sure it was level, and then I put another piece on top and then found where my studs were and then measured 16 inches in between. And then it calls for you to drill out the in between the rail sections, and they give you this little plastic sleeve that helps center and protect the drill bit when you drill through the aluminum. And so I have to do this to 5 rails because I'm going 5 rails up on this side and then another 5 rails on this side. So I'm basically, what I did is once I found my initial holes, I drilled it out, and then I used this piece and just a square, and I'm matching all of the holes on all 5 pieces. Once I get all 5 drilled, I'll be able to mount the left side, and then I'm gonna start working on the right side. So I have the first 5 drilled out, and I'm resting this will be my bottom rail on just another extra rail that I have. And so I'm going to start basically screwing these into the wall and then stacking them all the way to the top. And then I will, before I do that, as soon as I screw in the first few screws, I'll remove this bottom piece by just sliding it out. And it's nice because it holds it in place for me. I could do it all by myself. And I'm basically just going to start lagging these in now and working my way up the wall, and then I'll move on to the other side. All right, so I've got the first section of 5 panels up. I'm moving on to this side, and once again, I'm using my workbench to just rest the bottom level on there. Now I'm going to find and mark my studs on the first panel. I'm going to transfer, after I drill those holes, I'm going to transfer those hole markings onto all of the other 4 panels, and then I'm going to mount up this side. So let's get it done. Well, I have all of the holes drilled. I'm going to start screwing them into the wall, and then my entire display will be mounted. Then I'll just start working on getting all of the hooks where I want them and stuff like that. All right, so I got the first and lowest panel mounted, and that's like the most important one because everything gets stacked on top of that. It comes with these little plates to connect the 2 sides, and I didn't think I needed them, but my concern was where I was mounting it to the stud, since it was so far from the end, if there was any flex in the panels, then they would show that flex when it met in the middle. So I'm taking a mallet and I'm pounding these in to the slats, and then I'm pounding the other slat into it, and it locks them together. Well, I am done with the mounting of the hold-up display rail system. And so what I'm going to do now is just wipe it off, get it nice and clean, and then I'm going to start putting on all of the attachments that came with this setup. So I have hooks for pistols, I have hooks for rifles, and I have other cool attachments that I will show you as this video progresses. Let's get it done. So I've taken down all the guns because I'm going to do some work on this wood up here. This is actually an upper shelf, and I'm going to add some lighting. So inside my 3D printer enclosure, I have LED lights throughout the entire thing, up in the top that illuminate the logos and stuff like that. And then I have them on the 45s and then up on the ceiling. And I have a controller up here that controls those lights. I can choose any color that I want. And my idea was to wire in some LEDs into that controller there and then run it up here along the top of my workbench. But I didn't want to just string them up there. I wanted to direct the light at a 45-degree angle pointed at the hold-up display. So I designed and printed these things. So this is basically going to be an LED light holder. It will screw into the ceiling up above just like this, and it will hold those lights at the light strip at a 45-degree angle and direct the light directly at the wall. I printed 22 of these things, and all in one take on end in my 3D printer. And they turned out really cool. So I'm excited. I'm gonna get these things mounted, and it should add some really cool light to my display. I've been working hard to get my reloading bench back in working order, and I spent time mounting all of my 3D printed LED light strip holders to the surface above my workbench. These hold an LED light strip at a perfect 45-degree angle facing my hold-up display wall, and check out how it turned out. Man, I just think it looks way cool now. After running the LED light strip through the 3D printed LED light strip holder, I connected the lights to the same controller which controls my 3D printer enclosure, which you can see to my left. And that controller is right here. With this controller, I can change any of the lights to red, green, blue, white, or any color in the rainbow with this cool little wheel right here. And I think it really adds to the overall effect of this display. For some reason, I'm really partial to that pink color, and I'm gonna leave it on that just for a few minutes. Well, I am done, and I am so stoked with how this wall turned out. Putting it up was very, very simple, but you will need power tools to do so because you have to drill holes through these slats where your studs are located. Once you drill those holes though, it goes up like a breeze. The hardest part of the installation process was the little clips that rest in between the slats that connect them together. They're really tight, and so when you slide it in halfway on one slat, you have to pound the other slat from the other side to kind of push them together, and that's kind of a pain. But if you have a big rubber mallet like I do, then it actually made pretty quick work of it, and it wasn't too hard. The hardest part of the whole process is figuring out what arrangement I wanted to do on the wall you see behind me. There's so many different configurations, and I think that's one of the great things about this system is there is so many awesome options that you can do to arrange this wall. And I mean I can put the pistols up high, put the rifles down low. I still have two more rifle holders, so if I wanted to, I could take the pistols off and add a rifle, and you know, I could do different themes. Like I could just put all 22s up there, or I could put all, like right now it's kind of all the tactical kind of stuff that you see a lot of. And maybe I'll do like a Western one where I'll put all my old wooden rifles up there. You know, the options are endless, and that's what I love about this hold-up display. They have an awesome website where you can build your own display wall and feature it out, and it'll show you exactly what the total price would be for your dream design. And if you want to make a Gucci wall like this, hit them up and they will help you out. Their customer service is on point if you have any problems with any part of the process. I'm so thrilled that Hold Up Display worked with me on this project and hooked me up with this awesome display wall. I think it's going to be an awesome feature in all of my future videos, and I think it'll give you guys something really fun to look at as I gab away. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, remember, faith kills fear. Keep the good vibes flowing. Thanks, guys.